Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. So today I want to talk to you about something kind of fun and yet very meaningful and purposeful, and that is a man and his garage going from resistance to results. So the other day I was taking a walk in my neighborhood when I passed a neighbor who was cleaning out his garage. He had emptied everything out, every single thing, and it was now sitting in his driveway. So I stopped to talk to him for a few minutes and told him that it reminded me of how our dad had a very similar method to clean out his garage. And then I got kind of curious. I said, "Do you mind if I ask what motivated you to do such a thorough clean out?" And he smiled at first and kind of laughed, and he said, "Well, my wife, for one thing." But then he said there are two other very powerful reasons. He wanted to make room for a workbench in his garage so that he could teach his young grandson some of the same woodworking skills that his own grandfather had taught him many years ago. And then he said he also wanted to leave it in good shape so that his kids and his spouse wouldn't have to sort through the mess someday. So both are very powerful motivators and thoughtful reasons to do a complete garage clean out. So I then asked him what some of the more difficult items or categories would be for him to let go of. And he immediately responded. He said, "For sure, there's going to be some sentimental items like my dad's rusty tools or my first power drill. But he said also there are so many things that I've collected that I haven't used because I held on to them thinking I might use it or need it someday. And likely," he said, "I'll come across those things, but I've already made up my mind that it's time to let them go and to pass them on to someone who does need them and will use them." So unfortunately, over the years, our garage, this is still him talking, that his garage had become a dumping ground for things he didn't know what to do with. It had become so cluttered that even it was almost impossible to find what he wanted when he wanted it, and it was stressful just to open that garage door. But today's the day that was going to change for him. He wanted to have it be a functional, useful space again. So I wished him luck and thanked him for his inspiration, because as I walked away, I was reminded of the many comments that I have gotten from my followers about when it comes to garage cleanouts. So one of them is that our garage is so full of clutter, there's no room for even our car. A second comment is our garage is like a graveyard. I thought this was kind of funny, a graveyard for gadgets and boxes of bits and bolts. But one of the loudest challenges, one of the loudest comments often comes from a spouse. How can I get my spouse to declutter the garage? So this conversation inspired me to do this video and to create this garage cleanout guide. So don't let clutter get in the way of your relationship. Instead, just let it spark a conversation of collaboration in a new kind of non-confrontational way. So nagging, we know, just doesn't work. So let it help get started, and hopefully it's going to help you stay motivated. So this is what I'm calling Rita's 10 steps to a garage clean out. From resistance to results. So this guide is both inspirational, it's the why, with the practical action steps, the how, to help motivate and guide a deep dive into the garage cleanout. The first one is a space to build again. So the inspiration for that would be similar to this neighbor. Clear the clutter so you can do woodworking, tinkering, maybe like you once did and you haven't been doing since because there just was no room. So if you, one of the action steps you can take is just to designate a workshop zone and clear out anything that's unrelated to building or fixing or tinkering. And then organize the tools by the type, label them, and install pegboards to hang for easy access. The second one is to make room for what matters to you now. So the inspiration for this is let your garage reflect who you are today, not who you were 20 years ago. So an action step here would be to group items that you have used in the last 2 years and you'll use again in the future. And then donate, sell, or just discard the rest, and don't feel guilty about it. And the third one is legacy. So the inspiration for this is, would you want your kids or your spouse to have to deal with all of that stuff when you're gone or when you're unable to declutter it yourself? So an action step here would be to label the meaningful items with the stories, the tools from Dad or the work bench from Grandpa. Create a small keep box with the most meaningful items with a little story in it. And then let go of the broken, the duplicate items or anything that you said you would fix someday, but then you actually didn't. And my fourth step is to choose function over frustration. So the inspiration here, what would it be like if you could find something that you're looking for in under 10 seconds or less? That would be quite a feat right now, but maybe it won't be once you get it all decluttered. So a step here would be just get organized, invest in those labeled bins, those clear containers and drawer dividers. Use the vertical space, the wall hooks, the ceiling racks, and also the magnetic strips to totally organize it and know where everything is. And my fifth step is to be proud of your garage. Inspiration there would be, imagine walking into your garage feeling proud of what you see, not overwhelmed by the whole mess. And if a step here would be to remove everything from your garage to do a complete reset. And as you're removing items, sort them by category and into 3 separate piles. Keep, donate, and discard. Then clear the floor, repaint the walls and the ceiling, and lay down rubber tiles, and do anything you can. Maybe add some warm lighting, functional lighting. And number 6 is, what kind of space do you really want? So the inspiration for this is, if you don't park your cars in the garage, what could you do with that space? What do you want? What do you need? It could be a man cave, it could be a home gym, it could be a yoga studio, or it could be a place for your grandkids to play. So an action step there is to maybe sketch a layout, how you would love to use that new space, and then make it happen. And number 7 is a stress-free garage. So a clutter-free garage gives you peace of mind, just like it does in your own home. So a step here would be to build a daily routine of maybe 15 minutes to reset it, to keep it clean, keep it organized. And then you might want to add that lighting and also maybe put on some relaxing music. Step number 8 is no more dumping. So the inspiration here is turn your garage into that purposeful environment, not a catch-all or a dumping zone for things you just don't know what to do with. And then a step here would be to create clearly defined zones within your garage for tools, for seasonal items, for sports and recreational items and equipment, and then trash. So if you need to add signage so the whole family is on board, then add the signage. And number 9 is a bonding opportunity. The inspiration here would be, this can be a father-son project or an opportunity to work hand in hand with your spouse. So if you try this, go ahead and put it on the schedule, a garage cleanout day. Maybe you could have music, pizza, create a reward, or have a celebration afterwards, and let each person kind of own one of the sections so that they could make decisions about the sorting and so forth. And you could overview it, but basically it would be everyone can help make decisions. And the last one is a fresh start. So the inspiration for this is, you don't need to move to get a fresh start. With that deep dive in your garage cleanout, your house is going to feel brand new anyway. So a step here would be to block off a weekend on your calendar, Start with that big toss. So in other words, trash or donate any of those items that you don't want, you don't use, or that are damaged. Sort through all the duplicates, the triplicates, and then donate those or sell them. And then celebrate your new space, being grateful for a whole new space, a whole new fresh start. So if it's time for you to take back your garage to get control again, and if you're tired of the nagging because it doesn't work, try my new garage cleanout guide. I do hope that you go from the resistance to the results. I'd love to hear your story, and I always love to get your feedback. Have a great day.